Well, I've been defiant for so very long, but I am starting to worry that if we can't win at least one of today's games, I mean, really, we probably need to win them both, but if we don't win at least one, I think we might be closing in on the first sacking of non-league to legend this year. Hello and welcome to Club 3, Part 6 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode, we have two games in the Championship. We're at home against Bolton and away against Fulham, and as previously alluded to, we kind of need to win. We need to win them. Since you were last with me, we did show a sign of life. We thumped Preston 4-1. Tyler Roberts getting a hat-trick, Jabello getting the other one. For a minute there, just very briefly, I thought, oh, it's fine, I'm a genius, we're going to be okay. But then we lost every league game since then. Some of them we got thumped. Some of them were quite narrow. I mean, this game against Exeter, devastating. Josh Da Silva did do a Josh Da Silva special in that game, an absolute screamer of a goal. But Exeter are a team we really should be beating, and that kind of felt like the first nail in the coffin, maybe the second. But that was a problem, and then we were just completely toothless against QPR, all of which leaves us second bottom, 7 games in, 4 points on the board. We do have the joint top scorer in the division in the shape of Tyler Roberts, but as you saw, 3 of those 4 goals came in the same match, the one game where we played well. So I think that's more an indication that there isn't a dominant striker in this division at the moment. Rather than Tyler Roberts being one of the best strikers in the division, he's not really shown that in any other game. We did do some more transfers. I promised more transfers in the last episode. We went out and signed another 6 players. Well, I signed 4, and then Glenn Roeder stuck his oar in and brought in a couple that basically replaced players I'd already signed. I wasn't going to argue with him because I just needed players, but I signed Manuel Maras, who you would have seen him on the transfer special that we did. I almost signed him then. I have signed him now. He's a right winger. He can play as an inside forward. 3-star current ability. He is the right winger that we wanted. I've not really played him yet because he can't get match fit. I don't know what's wrong with him. I cannot get this man fit. I'm not going to play him until he's fit. He's playing under 23 games. They just don't seem to be working on him. We also signed Jacob Davenport, who's another option as a defensive midfielder or central midfielder. Similar mould to the likes of Matt Smith, who we've already got. Da Silva, Liam Bridcut. We've got a lot of players who can play in either of those 2 positions now. And I guess it doesn't hurt to have a very defensive midfield 3 with the system that we're playing. 3.5-star current ability, 4-star potential. He looks like a very good player, actually. In other circumstances, we'd be celebrating a wonderful signing there. Connor Masterson is the 4th centre-back that we needed. Another youngster with potential. I say youngster, he's 24, but 3-star current ability, 3.5-star potential ability. He's roughly equivalent to Josh Pask with the room to improve. Previously at Liverpool, never played a game anywhere, but you know, now's his time to shine. And then the last one that I brought in was Kevin Monzialo, because he's called Kevin, and anyone called Kevin is great. Just a young striker with potential who was relatively cheap, just over £1,000 a week in salary. He's better than Atafia, just almost as good as Adebayo. He's quick. He was at Juventus previously. For that price, I just thought, you know what, another striker's not going to do us any harm. And then Glenn Roeder, as director of football, brought in Dan Coleman, who is an excellent defensive midfielder. 3.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. He's only 18, on loan from Stoke. He's very good. And Connor Corbin, who's a right back, who's on loan from Wigan. He's just our backup right back. We said we needed a back. He looks like he's wearing glasses in that picture. We said we needed a backup right back. Glenn delivered. He's not going to start any games. Don't expect to see anything of him, but he does help make up the numbers in the squad. So all of that means this is the team that's going to be starting today against Bolton. I have made a few tweaks. The tactic itself, although it's the same shape, there's going to be tweaks throughout it. I've tweaked various instructions. I can't even remember what I've changed since you last saw it. We've got Get Stuck In back on, because we're not getting stuck in enough, so expect a red card today. And we're also trying to defend a little wider because we're getting destroyed by crosses coming in. Partly, I think, because we are encouraging our fullbacks, especially Folds on this side, to get forward and overlap Jabello, who's the inside forward, who is flying in there. I don't know. I don't really know how to stop that happening. I think the problem is we're just not as good as the teams that we're playing. Bender is now reverted to a goalkeeper rather than a sweeper keeper. Coleman, rather than playing as an anchorman, is playing as a defensive midfielder because that's what he's better at. Other than that, It's a very similar shape to what you would expect us to play. The only change we'd make, according to fitness, I'd like Maris to be on that right-hand side and play 2 inside forwards. But like I say, can't do it until he gets himself match fit. And I don't understand what we have to do to get that man ready to play a football match. It absolutely baffles me. Before everyone destroys me down in the comments, I do just want to remind you of this. I can never find where it is. Somewhere on here. Team stats, that's what we want. Not team overview, team detailed. Just a little reminder of why things are quite so bad. Firstly, net transfer spend. Let's sort that by... Is it going to show me net spend properly? Okay, there's teams. Wow, Brighton sold £62 million worth of players. Let's not look at spend. Let's look at salary. This is the most important thing. Blackburn, best team in the league. £34 million a year they're spending on salary. Who is it we're playing today? I know we play Fulham in this episode. Bolton as well. I mean, Bolton are actually fairly similar to us, so we do need to beat them. But there's only Exeter paying less money than we are. That's why the Exeter game was inexcusable. But everyone else is paying so much more in salaries than we are. So it is very difficult to compete. I am still really annoyed about that Exeter game, though. Let's go and play Bolton, who, salary-wise, are a team that we should be roughly equivalent ability with. So, please, can we win today? We've got Bender in goal, a back four of Folds, Harris, Lockyer and Randall, with Coleman as our defensive midfielder, Da Silva and Davenport in central midfield. Roberts leads the line with Jabello and Marshall supporting him from wide areas. Goodness me, do we need a win? This has got to be the game where we go and grab a win. If we're pathetic again today, I actually think if I was the Bristol Rovers chairman, I know... Oh, they've got Maddox as well, who we had last year. He's going to destroy us, isn't he? I know we're expected to battle bravely against relegation, and we're not expected to be any good at this level. We do need to step up our game. But I actually think if I was the Bristol Rovers chairman, if we lost again today, after the Exeter game, although Exeter are second in the league, so maybe we do have a little bit of an excuse. But I think if I was the chairman... If we look pathetic today, if we lose narrowly, it's a different matter. But if we look absolutely pathetic and not competitive today, I think I'd probably sack me if I was in his situation, because it becomes clear that, yeah, although we're not necessarily performing below expectations, I'm not going to give us a chance to get out of it, whereas there might be another manager who could come in and give us a chance. They've got Shepherd at right back, who we had at Forest Green. Da Silva, is that Da Silva's brother? There's 2 Da Silvas on the pitch, and a first half where absolutely nothing has happened. I mean, at least we didn't look pathetic. We've not been torn apart, but we do need to create something. It's time for everyone to dig in. We don't deserve to win it yet. We need to... I am far from pleased. There you go. That's fired them up. We need to get out there and score a goal. Come on, lads. Let's score a goal. I don't know if I should push on and be more attacking, because the form we've been in, a draw would be helpful. A point would be handy. But obviously we need to try and win the game. Points against teams like this at home aren't really good enough if we're serious about staying in the division, and it's deciding is a point a step in the right direction. Tyler Roberts has got his 6th goal of the season. Forget any talk of points. It's a lovely cross from Marshall, and Roberts nods it past the Bolton keeper. As it stands at the moment, I think we've got the top scorer in the division in the shape of Tyler Roberts, which is mad, really. We're struggling to score goals, but we do have a goal scorer. We've just got to get the ball to him a bit more often. Right. Now we just need to really dig in and defend. We are good at defending. Oh, God. Ha! There we go. We managed to defend that purely by having lots of plays. And we've given away a penalty, haven't we? For goodness sake, as I'm saying, we're good at defending. We have a goalmouth scramble and then give away a penalty. This is going to be an immediate reply from Bolton. What am I supposed to do? The only thing we can do is defend. And as soon as I draw attention to it, we lose the ability to do that and give them a goal straight back. It's very frustrating being Bristol Rovers manager. The only solace I've got is the fact that I'm living in a big house and I've got lots of money. And remember, that's the most important thing. Forget what's going on the pitch. Big house, lots of money, Kev's happy. Oh, right. What can we do to try and win this game? Coleman's not having a very good game at all. Who have we got? We've got Matt Smith who could come on. We could drop Davenport back. That seems like a fairly sensible change to make. Get Davenport back there. Smith maybe has a little bit more attacking oomph about him. Let's see if we can get him going forward, actually. Do that, Matt. Just get forward And we need someone pressing forward from that midfield to try and get into some goal-scoring positions. Jabello's not done anything today either, so I think we're going to bring Adebayo to come on that left wing. Still playing as an inside forward. Just, it's an attacking change. We're trying to score a goal without losing our defensive shape. Roberts tucks it back to Da Silva. Josh Da Silva is a hero. We've seen him do it so many times for Forest Green. I've already seen him do it this season for us as well. Now you've seen him do it for Bristol Rovers. That man can hit a football very hard, and I love him for it. And we're 2-1 up, 15 minutes to go, and now we need to... we're going to drop Matt Smith back a little bit again. We don't need to... We're not going to change his roles. He can still be a central midfielder, but just on support rather than attack. Folds isn't having the best of games, but we don't have a spare left back to bring on for him. I actually think we might leave things as they are. Davenport is the one who could potentially come off, but I don't really feel the need to fiddle too much. Ollie Clark would be the one who come on, and who come on. There's some good language, Kev, but I don't know that improves the team when we're desperately trying to defend. Let's just stick with what we've got. And this would be a massive result if we can hold on. Our foot Folds had given away a penalty again there, and I would be very upset if he did. Adebayo can't keep hold of it. Harris nods it clear-ish. I don't know if clear is the right word there. And oh my God! Remember when I said we're good at defending? Oh my word! We're not even going to get a replay. I'm sure we're having a replay. There are no words that explain what just happened. I don't know how far back this highlight has gone. This seems like it's gone back an awfully long way, but we need to see exactly what happened here. So Folds hit it clear, comes back to Folds again. It's gone back so far. Right, the ball's now not being knocked around in the area. A lot of this comes back to the fact we just weren't getting it clear. Under no pressure at all, two of our players have tripped over each other, basically, and it's led to a goal. I don't know how to get back to the actual match now. Go back to live. Matt Smith can now push forward again. We've played well, and then there's been two absolute moments of madness at the back, and it's ruined the game for us. I wonder if it's time to bring on Maras and just have a look at him. He can just come on as a winger. He wants to be an inside forward, but I don't really want to play with two. So let's just stick him on there as a winger. Give him 10 minutes. Perhaps this is what we need to be doing to get him match fit. Give him little snippets of match. Come on, lads. We deserve a win today. We're going to lose, aren't we? What is going on with Bender at the moment? He was so solid for it. Even though we were rubbish last year, we had a solid keeper. He's signed for us permanently and he's rubbish. Adebayo now with the chance to win the game. I mean, what's he done there? It's like he doesn't know how to kick a football. We are playing really poorly. We're better. These players are better than the performances they're giving me. I've lost the dressing room. Josh Da Silva's the only one who still wants to play for me because he's my boy. And here's Da Silva again, but plays it back to Davenport rather than just having a crack. Somebody get the ball forward. I know we're still playing cautious. In my head, we're attacking though. Randall, we're just playing for full time. I mean, imagine being a Bristol Rovers fan watching that happen. I would be furious. I am far from pleased with what I just saw because that is a game we should have won. There were signs of life in there. Although it was incredibly frustrating, there are signs of life. We have clawed our way out of the relegation zone again. The only problem is Fulham are a mid-table team, and we've now got to go to their place. But if we hadn't have had the 2 moments of madness, that would have been a comfortable win. How do we train? There must be a training thing that trains them not to be mental at the back. Goodness me. Right, no changes to personnel for the Fulham game. I have tweaked some of the team instructions again. We're now going to try and stay on our feet in the hope that we won't give away a penalty. We're also going to try and mark tighter, just to, I don't know, stop being so rubbish. I'm fiddling with... I want us to stop being rubbish. And because of that, I'm fiddling with our out of possession instructions quite a lot. I've also turned on take short free kicks, or take short kicks, whatever that is. Goalkeeper distribution, take short kicks. purely because my assistant manager said it was a good idea. So I thought, I just don't care. Do what you want. And that's what we did. So I didn't even know what instruction I was putting on there. I just said, yes, go for it. That's the point we've reached. Oh, goody. Fulham are playing 3 strikers. I hope that's not still overpowered on FM19. Right. We need to be assertive again. Actually, no, you know what? We're going to be passionate. We've got nothing to lose here. Let's show everyone what we're capable of. And it's not really made any difference at all to those players. Right. Well, we are outside of the relegation zone at the moment. That's important. If we're still outside of the relegation zone at the end of the match, then that's a good thing. That shows we're making some progress. But the shape of our games recently, first halves have all been like the one we had against Bolton, where we don't even really get the ball or have any shots or anything. It's kind of a let's hang on to a 0-0 until half time and then figure the game out in the second half, which isn't the worst idea in the world. It's not anything I'm doing deliberately. It just seems to be the way it's working out. Of course, they're going to score now. Yeah. 8 minutes on the clock just to say, Kev, you're not having a 0-0 at half time today. You're going to have to try something a little bit different. Goody. I love trying things a little bit different. Let's shout at them. Show some passion, you bunch of morons. Sack me, board. Give me my payoff. I'm not going to resign because of all of the monies, but I'm happy to be sacked anytime you want. Folds. Crosses into Roberts. Roberts scores. It's disallowed. What on earth was that disallowed for? Offside. Offside my eye. What was he... why are we not getting any replays? Replays are on. Replay events. I don't understand why we don't get replays anymore. What just happened there? Replay... We're now bottom of the league as it stands. Yikes. Jabello, got to do something clever here. And, I mean, that was quite impressive. It's led to a corner, and hopefully it can now lead to a goal. It's Marshall to take. Can we just tuck this away? That would be lovely. There's not even a player there. Josh De Silva, though, is a superstar. And collects the ball. What's he going to do with it? Probably something magical. Lockyer, though, rubbish. De Silva did his bit. This guy... no idea what he's for. He was involved in the own goal in the last game, and that was rubbish there as well. Our two centre-backs, Harries and Lockyer, according to the star ratings, are supposed to be the 2 best players at the club. I mean, it says a lot about the quality of the rest of the players if they're our 2 best players, because they're not very good defenders. Roberts now, back to Folds. Folds to De Silva. De Silva all the way over here to Randall. Randall's got space to run into, and Marshall for the overlap, but... decides to do the one thing that was guaranteed to be ineffective and sort of scuffs it along the floor into the hands of the Fulham keeper. And Bender's made a good save there. Would have been nice to do that in the last game because we might have won it. I mean, we're only 1-0 down at the moment against a team that are much better and much richer than we are. It's another one of those games where we don't look terrible, but we're not getting these sort of 50-50 games where it feels like we might get something out of them. These are they're never going our way at the moment. We're never getting that bit of luck. We're giving away the penalty. We're scoring the own goal. We're missing the sitter. And it's just these little fractional differences that are making all of the difference. Right, I'm going to get aggressive. Show me something different. Scoring a goal would be a real treat if we could do that. I don't want to go to a more attacking mentality because we'll just get destroyed. It'll open us up so much at the back. But as the half goes on, I'm sure we're probably going to have to do that. Folds now, inside to De Silva. Josh De Silva has been everywhere. He is the one bright ray of hope in this Bristol Rovers team. Josh De Silva is a superstar. Davenport plays it forward to Roberts. It's with Marshall, but Roberts is so far back, having almost started the move, that there's no one in the middle for the cross. It's Randall now. Lumps it forward towards Jabello. Jabello nods it down to Roberts, and there's another example. That was a lovely move, and it's just... that far into the... If it had been either side of the keeper, we score there, but Roberts hits it straight at the keeper. And it's those little marginal things that aren't going our way, and I don't know how we get them to start going our way. I think the only solution is we have to not rely on the little marginal things, and we have to just get better. But that's easier said than done. I'm not taking off Josh De Silva. What madness is this? Matt Smith can come on. And once again, we're going to push him forward a little bit, like we did when he came on in the last game. Roberts isn't having the best of games. We could bring on Kevin Monzialo. have a look at him because Roberts hasn't played very well. That seems like I don't think we need to make 2 changes this early. Let's just shuffle up the midfield a little bit again. Get Smith on. Did we go positive? We did go positive. Let's get creative. And I am going to have to take Tyler Roberts off in a minute because he's not playing very well. Neither is Josh Da Silva. Neither is Dan Coleman. Well, Coleman can come off and Bridcut can come on. That's another fairly easy change to make. Bridcut, you know what? Be a ball-winning midfielder. See if I care. If that's what you want to be, you go be that. Roberts has got 5 minutes to score a goal or he's coming off. We've got 2 options to come on for him. I'm tempted to bring on the youngster because Adebayo has been rubbish and just doesn't do anything when he comes on. So let's bring on Monziello, who wants to be a poacher. Go on there and be a poacher, sir. You've got 15 minutes. Poach your face off. Score a goal. Show us we've got a superstar and everything is going to be all right. Please tell me everything's going to be all right because we could have easily got 4 points out of this episode. We could have easily beaten Bolton. We could have easily drawn with Fulham, looking at how the game was worked out. And as it is, we're going to end up with 1 point. And it's very sad. Right. Demand more. Come on, lads. We've got 5 minutes. Do something. Please do something. Anybody. Oh, not you. No one in a white shirt. Just the yellers. Do something, yellers. No one cares about me demanding more. They're not interested. Just Josh Da Silva again. Because he's my boy. But everyone else, I dream of a team of Josh Da Silvas. But as it is, we are bottom of the league. I'm going to be aggressive again. I'm just going to turn into that crazy aggressive man. Training tomorrow, morons. I don't know what to do to get us out of this. Oh, fans criticise me. I criticise the team. Everyone's criticising everybody else. And there's no jobs available at the moment. Well, I feel like it's probably inappropriate to plan when our next episode is going to be because it's going to be when I get the meeting with the 5 games to save my job. If somehow we turn it around and everything is cruising along nicely, I guess we'll make it somewhere into mid-October. I suspect we'll be back before then though, and we're very close to getting fired. If you have enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.